Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Tony Vera, Venezuela, leaving LAX and going to do a little bit of plane spotting. I'm not pretty sure I'm going to do 3 hours tonight. I'll probably do an hour. Get back on track tomorrow morning out here and try to get some celebrities. I haven't seen any celebrities, man. It's This COVID thing has really killed the paparazzi business at LAX. You don't really see celebrities anymore. It's really hard to get them with the masks. The only guys that are working it is me and TMZ. But it's amazing how dead it is. LAX Airport by In and Out. I got my coffee. And I'm gonna just try to get a few planes tonight. Hey mom, how are you? Hope you're feeling better. Forgot to sleep. Ouch. So where we're at, if you Google In and Out, LAX, you can find out the exact location. So if you have a layover, you can get to this location. Not many crowds. Since the new COVID, not many people coming in. Okay, mom, it's just me and you tonight. So I'll make it worthwhile for you. I know it's cold back in New York. And I'm not going to do 3 hours, mom. I'll probably do an hour. I'm going to head home. That's a good one. It's kind of cold tonight. It feels like about maybe low 40s. Not a lot of wind, but very chilly. You got to have a jacket on or a couple of sweaters on because it is very uncomfortable tonight. Amazing how slow it is at the airport. Usually on the weekends you get big crowds. Tom Bradley's got folks coming in, but it's not like packed. And celebrities are rare. No paparazzis, just TMZ. They work just on weekdays. They make a lot of money. Those guys get paid big money. They make $100,000 a year. Those guys are blessed. Okay, put my coffee down over here. Gotta have your coffee. So, Mom, I know it's cold in New York. It's cold out here. This is for you tonight. Looks like about 6 planes coming in, so it's going to get busy. I believe Eva Longoria is in Dubai, so I gotta try to get her coming back. How you doing? Gotta try to get her coming back. So, Mom, I hope you're enjoying this. This is for you. I'm not gonna do the full 3 hours tonight. I'm gonna get my butt home and get back here tomorrow early and try to get some celebrities. That'll be the key point. Hey, NHB, good evening. Good evening, everybody. My mom's on tonight, so this is like for her because she's basically in New York, getting over everything. Kind of like plane spotting in the morning, but I wouldn't really call it plane spotting. I would call it coffee with Tony. I don't really call that morning trip plane spotting, but I got here early today, man. Hey, Roger. I got here early today. Spent a lot of hours today. No celebrities. That new virus is hitting, and it scared off a lot of celebrities from flying with the public. I think they're using the private terminals to fly out. So I'm trying to be upbeat tonight if I can. It's not easy being upbeat all the time. Yeah, that's reason, Roger. That is like, that's brutal. Brutal, man. Gotta drink my coffee. Yeah, it's about, feels like it's mid-40s. I could be wrong, but it's pretty cold out here to me. Yeah, my mother's watching it on her television, so she's not texting in the chat, but she is watching. Thank you, Roger. She likes to watch it on the smart TV. It helps her go to sleep. hope the stream is coming out okay. I hope it's not skipping or anything like that. So the 5G is coming in New York. If you have one of those good phones that are like 4G, they're gonna be obsolete in a minute. Okay, thanks. Hey, Jimmy. But yeah, man, this virus is killing business, man. I think a lot of celebrities are using the private terminals. I think it's called private suites. It's a lot of money to use, but I'm hearing from a lot of employees that work at the airport that they're scared to fly with the general public. So it's scary. And then you have the mask too. It's really hard to spot celebrities, man. Normally there will be like 15, 20 paparazzis in and out of LAX every day, and all you see is me and TMZ. That's it. Police action's been low. Nothing really worthwhile. The marijuana arrests are down, and I think my videos are helping with that. So I try to make my videos educational. Hey, Larry. But the airport is dead. Thank you, Roger. Airport is dead. Wow. I used to get like 5 or 6 celebrities a day at LAX. A day. And it's really hard to get one in a whole week at this point. So it's kind of scary, Larry. It's scary. So I'm gonna do some plane spotting, get home and rest, and get back out here tomorrow. I'm not a quitter. I never give up, no matter what. So I'm gonna get out here bright and early tomorrow and try to get something going with a story. I need a big story. Good to hear, Jerry. Good to hear. I don't watch the news. So I mean, if I do watch the news, it's like 5 minutes of local news. But I don't really watch the news because it's very depressing. And I'm trying to keep myself upbeat at this point. So the news is definitely out of the question. I watched all the old shows from the 70s and 80s. Starsky and Hutch, Happy Days. Yes, this is the official plane spotting park. Many families come with their kids. It's really a great atmosphere. And the kids love it, the adults love it. Because you figure, you got In-N-Out right here. You know, you can smell the hamburgers cooking. Their classic TV shows is my main thing at this point. Because with the classic shows, you kind of remember when you were a kid or a teenager, things were good in the world. In those shows, they had no cell phones back then, you know? It was a simple world, but a great world. People was not killing each other as much. It just seems like the world's out of control, man, at this point. Yeah, they're doing some kind of movie. At Terminal 1 out here over the sky. I'm not sure what kind of movie it is. Filming some movie. So Eric is back as monitor. We'll see how he behaves. And that's a good thing. Well, I hope it doesn't get worse, because if it does, it's gonna like really, really, I don't know, man. This whole year has been that's a good show. That's a very good show. I think Roy Scheider was in that, right? Roy Scheider, I believe. He was one of the pilots. Yeah, the other night I was sleeping. It was like 3 in the morning, and I heard all these police cars on Rose. And I put the scanner on. It was a shooting on 3rd and Rose. I was going to go record it. I said, you know something? I don't need to record that, because they're trying to clean up that area with the tents and everything. I don't need to put a video out that somebody got shot. So I passed on that one. Yeah, Chips is great. I actually see him at LAX. He's a cop now. He goes after like the internet child predators. He has a badge and a gun, man. And so he's actually a cop now in real life. Nice guy. Not stuck up. He will give you the time of day, talk to you. You gotta love that guy. I remember he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I used to cover those things. I used to go down there and tape all that. And they had an after party at the Roosevelt Hotel. And I had on my 9/11 fire jacket. And there were a lot of cops that were invited to the party. So he walked in, and I walked in right with him, and nobody stopped me. It was great. I'll never forget that. I think they have that video online. If you do Eric Estrada Hollywood Walk of Fame, you'll see that video. That was many years ago. So I got my 7-Eleven coffee. The German man. What German man? You mean the what's his name? His name is what is his name again? Jules. He's a good guy. You know, he's working with Gary Featherstone. He's actually paying for those tents on 3rd and Rose. They're trying to make an example of the homeless encampment. And a lot of people don't want to go along with the program, but they have to go with the program because that's a very rich area over there. If you don't want to piss off the restaurants and the stores and the tenants, you got to keep the area clean, keep up the meth heads and the alcoholics. You know me, I back the ones that want help. And the bicycle thieves. There's a bad element in a lot of the homeless encampments, but there are a lot of folks that do want help. Yeah, that's Jules. Very nice guy. Every time I interview him, he goes on and on. I have to tell him, you know, just say what you have to say. You're talking too much, because people get pissed off and you just talk about the same thing over and over again. And I was trying to explain to him he has to stay on subject. Even with Gary Featherstone, he gets too political. And I keep telling him my channel is not a political channel, you know. And I don't want to be a political channel, man, because you lose half the crowd. The little crowd that I have coming in now, I don't want to really lose them. My hits are way down. I'm so close to 100 million hits lifelong on YouTube. I think I'm at 97 million and change. And it's taken me a long time to get to 90,000 subscribers. But I feel like I only have maybe 100 loyal subscribers. I think a lot of folks subscribe to my channel and don't hit the notification, and they come in for different reasons. I record celebrities, I record the K-pop people, arrests. So I'm all over the place. Yeah, I mean, I was telling him, I said, you know, you're talking too much. You know, stay on the subject and end it. Yeah, I mean, that's the key. That's like the best channel to me for homeless people will be Invisible People. He has reached 1 million subscribers. YouTube has given him a TV show too, so he's an amazing guy, and I think he's getting an award tonight from YouTube for the one of the best live streamers. So he's earned it. He's actually a really nice guy. He will interview a homeless person, give them a what is it? GoFundMe in their name, so they get the money. He's not touching the money. He's done a lot of good, man. Hey, Timothy. So the woman who was arrested yesterday at LAX, a homeless woman, for stealing food, is out. They didn't take her to the mental house. They took her to the Pacific Division, and they're not really. They're letting go low-level misdemeanors. So you would figure they would try to give us some help. I was talking to a cop today. He was saying that she keeps doing number 2 in her pants and sitting all over the chairs, and it's like a health hazard. So they're working on something to try to find some place for her. Oh yeah, she was out, and she comes right back. She comes right back. You know, the new DA and the city attorney, they're not prosecuting low-level misdemeanors. You saw what happened to those smash and grab people. They got right out. That's scary, man. It's actually scary the way California is right now. The criminals are having it their way. So if you're walking around the street at night, try to carry some mace and be aware of your surroundings. Stay off your cell phone, and don't leave your cell phone on the table. My ex-girlfriend did that, Meg. She would always have a cell phone sitting on the table or anywhere. And I was telling her, you shouldn't do that, because it gets people, they want to steal the phone. Yeah, I got that video of that security guard at the 99-cent shop. I thought for sure that would go viral. That just sits at 1,900 hits. YouTube took off the ads, so they're not actually pushing the video at all. So very disappointing with that one. In the olden days, that would have went viral. Yeah. It's true, it is lawless because the DA was voted in by Black Lives Matter, so he's scared to do anything. And the cops, the morale on the cops are down, but you do have a lot of bad cops out there. I've always been pro-cop, and don't get me wrong, a lot of folks call me a bootlicker. Billy T. Who is Billy T? I don't know that person. I don't think I know that person anyway. This guy is called O'Hara Plane Spotting. I guess the O'Hara Airport out of Chicago. He has a very good channel. It's like mine. Doesn't get a lot of hits on the plane spotting, but he's building up his crowd now. I enjoy his stuff. God, what a slow day today. Well, I guess the funds are not there, you know? That's the problem, the funds are not there. It's amazing, the Venice sign, they light the Christmas lights. I used to go there every year. It used to be really great, you know? But it's a whole different crowd there now. It's all the rich folks that go there now. I didn't even go, man. It's just like a whole different vibe now. Even the councilman Mike Bonham didn't show up, and he went every year, man. Venice used to be a great place, but the money's in Venice now, and it's totally different. Mike Bonham didn't show up because they're trying to recall him. If he would have showed up, they would probably been cussing him out on stage. I don't blame him for not showing up. But I saw pictures, I saw some video of it. It was like, I'm glad I didn't go. This coffee ain't bad. There's a show called Alone. It's a reality show. They drop off, I think it's 6 people at different parts of an island. It's cold, and they have to fend for themselves. And the last one, if it gets too hard, you ring a bell and they come get you in a helicopter. Last one standing, I think he wins $500,000. That's a great show. They gotta get their own food. Some people can't handle it, man. I couldn't handle it. Bears, rattlesnakes. I believe it's called Alone. That's the name of the show. That show is back on the air again. Good Times. I love that show. And All in the Family. Shows like that could never be made today. This coffee ain't bad. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend, she married this guy that builds helicopters, and he gives her everything she wants. You know, he bought her a condo. And I was telling her, I said, listen, can you imagine if you married me? You would have had nothing. You know, so you actually made a good choice. I'm still struggling, and she's living like a queen. Sleeping with bugs. Okay. Spirit 502, Louisiana, man. I don't know how you guys work. I tried that app. It's so complicated. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, you can call Nick because Eric's not really calling the planes tonight. If he wants to call me, he can call me. If he doesn't, it's okay. I'm not gonna trip on that tonight. Yeah, show alone. Yeah, that's the show. That is an amazing show because they have these. I guess they give them cameras to record. Eva Air. I love Eva Air 77 Tampa. I love that airlines. But if you ever get a time, I think show like 5 in a row too. So it's really a good show to watch alone. And one guy had these bears outside his tent, and he hit the button for them to come and get him. I think it takes like 2 hours for them to come and get him. But if you're the last one standing, I think you win like 500 grand. I haven't seen any blacks on the show yet. You know. I got him like 3 years ago, but he's not actually a nice person. He's been through his alcohol, drug problems. He lives in Venice. When he was doing drugs, he would hang out in the alleys with all the homeless people back in the day. But he doesn't really, he's not a nice person. But then again, he's been through a lot, and I guess he wants to, because the judge told him, if you come back in front of me again, you're going to jail for a long time. So he's straightened out his life. His son, on the other hand, is kind of following in his footsteps from what I read. So the Mr. LAX, the Crow, has a girlfriend. I think this is Eva Air coming in. No, that's Spirit. That's Spirit Airlines. See, Alaska 398 from Seattle. Okay, thanks. Logan. Okay, thank you. I was talking to a cop today about the pickpocket that was arrested a few days ago. And he was trying to tell me it wasn't a pickpocket, it was a robbery, because he actually grabbed her purse and she was struggling with him. I said, well, I asked the cops on the scene and they told me it was a pickpocket. Cops are not really allowed to talk to you about stuff, but I try to get something so I can put up on the video, because I didn't hear it over the scanner. But I guess it was robbery. China Airlines 77. I love China Airlines. But yeah, folks, some barely seems to be people coming in. But like Delta, American, United, it seems like it's down. Because usually during the holiday season, it's packed. Flex Belly. The cats are doing pretty well. They're eating. Thank God for the cats, because they're therapy cats. The cats are amazing because they give true love to you, and you talk to them like a human being, and they'll give you the love right back. So I love my cats. I just gotta get some stories, man. I'm not getting any stories. That video of the 99-cent store, I can't believe that video didn't sell. I'll give it to the agent. No sales on that video. I'm shocked. All right, New Jersey in the house. Back in the day, that video would have sold everywhere, man. I can't believe that video didn't sell. And it's only sitting at 1,900 hits. YouTube took off the ads. So when they do that, they don't promote the video at all, man. So it's just sitting there at 1,900. I actually thought that would go viral, man. It still can. I've gotten videos. I had this one chick that had a gun in TSA, a white chick, and it sat at 1,000 for like 6 months. Then it went viral. I think right now it's over 500,000 hits. So if you're doing video on YouTube, you never know. Alaska. But you know what's weird though? There's so much competition now on YouTube. It is like it's like so many people with channels now. It's just, I guess back in the day was better for me anyway. Nobody caught watching. Just a few caught watchers out there. Now everyone's a caught watcher now. And the thing is, to get the cops mad and you yell at the cops. It's just changed, man. Yeah, the choking video was a great video, man. Actually, the cop, the black cop, Foxter, he was the one that shot the homeless guy on Venice He shot him in the back twice. Um, he wasn't prosecuted, but he was fired. The family got, I think they got 25 million. They settled quick for that case. But I've been recording Foxter for years, man, and I was shocked. Even when that happened, I took his side because I didn't see the video yet. I saw the video. I don't know what went through his mind. I caught hell for that. But that video with the choking woman, you can go to YouTube and punch in Venice Beach choking woman, and the black cop is Foxter, Jamaican cop. Here comes the Eber. So I don't know what happened to Eric. I made him a monitor again. He came in and then he's not saying anything. So I don't get that at all. So whatever. China Airlines 777 behind a yard from Taipei. Taipei, that's a big one. I've never seen the UFOs, but I know they exist. There's a video, if you Google it, UFO Santa Monica. ABC shot it live, and it was shooting at this plane, this spaceship. It's on YouTube. It's ABC News shot it, and they were shooting at it with these missiles, whatever, and it didn't phase it. Well, here it comes. I love this. This is big. But I like the idea of I come out and have coffee in the morning, and I get to talk and plane spot a little bit. If you go on YouTube, there's a video, I think 1940, of the spaceship over Santa Monica, and the Army was shooting at it. I mean, it's legit. ABC News shot it, and it was actually a UFO, man, because you can't actually believe that we're the only ones. That's ridiculous to think that. Because I heard when they found a spaceship that was crashed, and they used a lot of technology for the cell phones and the cops' bulletproof vests, the same material. So all of a sudden, technology changed. You watch all those old TV shows, it's the payphones, you know. You never think that we would have cell phones like we have now. Seems like a better time back then, though. No, I've never seen that movie, but I'm going to look it up. If you have smart TV, there's so many great apps out there. There's Pluto. it's an amazing app. You get to watch all these shows. They have the Calvinet channel. They have the Judge Judy channel. It's free. It has commercials in it, but they show a lot of movies. Like last night, they had Cervical on with Al Pacino, the corrupt cops back in the 70s, and curse words, all that stuff are on it. It's Pluto. If you have small TV, you get the app on the set, and it's amazing. Happy Days channel, Gunsmoke, Mission Impossible, Andy Griffith. You can binge watch. So I gotta basically just relax, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. Southwest 737 from Kalu, whatever that means. Knew I should have stayed in school. I actually got here, man. I was at Rite Aid on Washington and Venice, and there was a guy in front of me. It was Rodney Piper, man. He asked me directions to a place, and he was drunk as could be. And then I followed him outside. He got in his car, and you can actually put that on YouTube, Rodney Piper, Venice, and he died like 3 months later. Rodney Piper, man, what an amazing guy that guy was. I remember him on the beach with Hulk Hogan. They were dressed up. They were doing some kind of commercial. And they spotted Harry Perry, the guy with the white turban and the guitar. And they said, you want to be in the commercial? I got to check that out. He was actually a great actor, man, Rodney Piper. Yeah, that's a classic. I think that video is like 15 years old, man. That's a classic. That's when no one was doing video back then. This is me, Zuma Dog, Matt Dow on the beach. There was like nobody. YouTube wasn't paying money back then. Google didn't buy it yet. It was the old YouTube people. And back then you did video because you loved it. Okay, well, 10 years. Yeah, I could say 10 years, but doesn't mean it's 10 years. But I'll go with it, 10 years. Seems a lot longer, man. Back then there was no cell phone, so you had to have, hey, Michelle, you had to have a camcorder. So a lot of folks didn't want to carry camcorders at all. I always carried a camcorder, man. But no one cared about YouTube because they wasn't paying. They did it because they loved it. I have so many videos on YouTube, and a lot of folks say, "Well, you're copying German and Venice." I'm not copying anybody, man. I've been doing what I've been doing for years, man. I got folks that are new on YouTube telling me how to get a better channel. You need to do this, you need to do that. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to reach my 100 million hit soon. I got like 97 million some change. Probably call it a day. Okay, go ahead, Jimmy. Fire away. Yeah, my agent is a great agent. You know, he's great. You know, but you got to give him stuff so he can sell. He's not going to give me any money if I don't give him any product. So I'm not mad at him at all, man. It's like, you know, whatever, man. No, Paps is good. Paps don't mind Paps. I mean, that's short for paparazzi. No, Paps is cool, man. Paps call each other Paps all the time, man. That's not, that is not an insult at all. So I got my scanner going. There's nothing happening in the terminals today. Paps is really cool. Well, I got a video of him. If you do Alec Baldwin LAX, I got a video when we got him and his wife. And he's so cheap. He had walked to the garage with his limo driver. And he won't pick on tough Paps. Well, generally, he's a nice guy. I mean, I know him, Mike. I know Mike over 30 years. You know, he was never really interested in video. He always did pictures. But his claim to fame, I think, was to Michael Jackson. He was covering that the burial area. Then he did some stuff in the homeless, and he got big. But the people like him. You know, I think he has over 200,000 subscribers, man. So. You know, I was pissed off for a while because I felt like I've been doing this for so many years, and I kind of took it out on him, and I actually apologized to him and said, listen, I'm sorry, I was jealous, envious, but you can't blame him because subscribers prefer him over me. So I'm over that. You know, you can't blame folks because they're getting 300,000 hits or 100,000 hits in a week. It's not him. It's the people. They like him better. So that's that. But I always say, enjoy your fame while you have it, because, like I said, if you go to my about me, I'm close to 100 million hits. I'm way down now because there's so much competition on YouTube. I try to make my videos educational with the marijuana arrest at the airport, the homeless situation, and I try to record the cops in a respectful way. So I'm considered old. You know, right now they want to see you cuss the cops out, call them names. That's not me. I've cussed out cops in the past that got in my face. Don't get me wrong, but I don't do it for hits. Can you imagine if I went to LAX every day cussing out the cops? They would not tell me nothing. You know what I mean? A lot of cops tell me stuff, man. And I'm not basically into doing that. Thank you, Mr. Smith. I appreciate that. I'm an OG, man, you know, and I'm going to keep doing what I do, no matter what. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody else. I'm not going to do it. So the vintage, Mr. Crow today, I realized that I punched in LAX Crow, and I got so many videos of him and his girlfriend over the years, man. I was shocked. So it's not something new that I've been doing of the Mr. Crow, you know, he was so happy when he had his girlfriend back in the day. She passed. We haven't seen her. He has a whole set of family at Terminal 2 that he had with her. But today I've seen him with a new girlfriend, and he was like flying, talking. He looked like a teenager. This Crow today. He was so happy, man. The choking video, one of my claim to fames, with Officer Praxter, the one that killed Glenn. Yeah, that Crow's like extremely smart, man. You know, extremely smart. He sits over there with people eating food. He's not like a pigeon. He doesn't beg, but he'll sit there, and people will notice him and give him some food. But he's an amazing crow, man. So when that other crow came over today, he was flying around. This is how happy he's gonna be. I got a video I'm gonna post tomorrow of him and that crow, man. It was like, I was so happy to see him. This is Delta E175 Portland. I was so happy to see him. Yeah, she wasn't choking. But the video, like the black cop, is Proctor, you know. Brandon Glenn was the one that was shot at that townhouse, the bar on Wynwood. I guess the security, they have security guards there, that the bouncers, they actually called the cops because the guy was out of control. And he was wrestling with the cops. That night, I was coming home with a friend, and my friend had a gun. He asked me, "Is Bennett safe?" And we had some gunshots. So I went over there, and I got the. I didn't know that Proctor shot the guy, and I shot a lot of footage of the fire department working on him. It actually sold. But Proctor, I've shot him over 20 years, man, in Venice. Always a good cop. I don't know what happened. I saw the video the bar posted, and I realized I spoke too soon. I was taken aside, so I got a lot of help for that. He actually called me, the cop, and asked me to do a video of him throughout the years, and I did that for him. But I didn't see the video until later. But he was actually a good cop, man. He really was. Always nice, respectful. Never had a problem with that cop. Sad. But the choking woman is one of my favorite videos. It was kind of like foggy early in the morning. I think it was like 8 in the morning. It's so weird, man. You can come to the LAX and get nothing, and all of a sudden you get a major story, man, and make some money. It's weird how it works. Sometimes it's just extremely boring. Yeah, I did. I actually met. I gotta post that picture on my community page. It was we were working a story. I think it was to me. That's the first time that happened. We were working Charlie Sheen. We went to get some clean. That was where Brittany lived at, and he was there to turn the camera off, and he was the nicest guy in the world, man. Seriously, he was like the nicest guy in the world. I'm gonna find that picture and post that on my community page. That's when I was like, I was kind of getting fat. That's when I was making money, man. I was working with my partner. We worked stories, big stories. And then we'd sit by celebrities' houses when E.T. Entertainment Tonight would tell us to go there. You get the story and they buy it right away. We worked Jesse James when he was cheating on Sandra Bullock. That was a good story, man. But yeah, he was actually a nice guy. Robert Blake. And we took a picture together. I was hugging him. And that was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid, Beretta. Because I will find that picture and post it. I'll try to post it tonight, man. And good old days, man. I was making so much money back in the day, man. My partner, he was a great driver, and yeah, Robert Blake, man. We were working Charlie Sheen back in the day. We went to have coffee, and Robert Blake was there, and we started taping him, and he was like, turn the camera off. He didn't say it, but it was like he was motioning to turn off the camera. So he turned the camera off, and then he was so friendly, and he took a picture with me, and I gotta post that picture. Yeah, Charlie Sheen is great. I made a lot of money off Charlie Sheen, man. I think he was going, when I used to work at Staples Center, he was going, if you do Charlie Sheen Staples Center, and somebody made a comment that he was on drugs, and he lashed out on the guy. But Charlie Sheen is a gentleman. He's not stuck up or nothing like that, man. Always much respect, Charlie Sheen. But we worked that guy's house for like many weeks, waiting for him to come out. Because the way it works is the real money, the TV shows will call the agent and say, we need to get if somebody has a lot of news on them, you work in front of their house and they come out, you follow them, then you jam them. That's real paparazzi work. I don't consider LAX videos paparazzi work. It's, you know, when you work stories in the street. I don't drive, so that ain't gonna happen anymore. And the money was good back then. Yeah, very humble guys, man. As long as you keep it respectful and you hit them with softball questions, you don't hit them with hardball questions, you're good. I remember Patrick Dempsey. I would see him all the time at LAX, and I would tell him I'll let you go, you know, and he loved it. I let him go. But the moment he cheated on his wife with the intern, I jammed him hard, and he hated me for about a year after that, but I had to do it. Yeah, my LAX videos I'm really proud of. A lot of folks now are bringing the legal limit of marijuana unannounced, and I feel I have something to do with that, because a lot of those videos have like 27,000 hits, and I hear all the time in the scan, because you can bring unannounced and they'll still call the cops, and the cops will get there and say legal amount, let you through. You bring like 2 ounces, they'll take the weed, give you a summons, but you start bringing in like 15, 20 pounds, you're going to jail. Love LAX, man. I love it. But the business has changed. Back in the day, one video you can get a couple thousand for. But there's so many cell phones now, it's just hard to get. Back in the day, you get a great video, TMZ paid like 10 grand for it. TMZ has gotten really, really cheap. You gotta get something really, really good for them to pay you that kind of money now. I got that dude, Stacy Kloon, from the Rodney King case. And they paid for that $8,000, man. Because no one knew. He's from the Rodney King case, the sergeant. And I got him driving a limo. and they paid some good money. But they actually bought the video. When they buy the video, it's not years anymore. So they own it. If they buy it non-exclusive, they pay you a lower rate, but you can sell it to other TV shows. But they bought that exclusive. Yeah, the homeless videos I had to stop because it was getting me really, really depressed. It was the same thing happening every week. You know, the same folks would come back. I did it hardcore for like 2.5 months to 3 months, and my videos of LAX were taking off. I was getting videos going viral, man. This lady had a gun that was stolen. That went viral. So when I started doing the homeless videos, I kind of lost that momentum that I was getting at LAX. So I have to try to get that back. But the homeless situation, I worked it. I tried to help people, but I just can't keep doing it because it's really, really depressing at points. I think Invisible People, he's looking for cameramen. I think he wanted me to work for him, but I think he didn't want me. He didn't want to ask me, but he was letting me know he's looking for videographers to record. You may want to hit him up, Jimmy, the Invisible People guy. He's looking for cameramen to work the encampments all around California. Pretty sure you can, if you go to his website, he'll have a contact number. But working in homeless encampments, that's hard, man. It's really a sad situation. I did it really hard. I worked 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I was working it hard, man. But it got to be a point where it started to get to me. And then my situation right now, I gotta watch every dime that I get, make it stretch because it's not really that good. The paparazzi business at LAX. So my whole philosophy is anyone can be homeless. You miss a couple paychecks, like I have, you start to realize that, wow, you could become homeless if you're not careful. And believe me, I couldn't be homeless, man. I couldn't survive, man, because it's being homeless, man. Those people are strong, man, because you got to deal with all these people trying to rob you, take your stuff, the tents, the rats. People think being homeless is easy. It's not, man. A lot of those folks, this lady that was homeless, her name was Cindy, and she actually sent me a text. She wanted to meet me and give me $100. She doesn't have money herself, but she felt I was doing bad, that she would give me $100, you know. So that just shows you how these homeless people are. I mean, they're caring, a lot of them. Good woman. So I got lucky. This guy sent me some cash. Roger and my mother sent me some cash. So I'm making everything stretch at this point. And I go out there every day and just try to keep it going. Eric says American Eagle CJR71 from Seattle. Thank you, my friend. The unemployment was great, actually. The unemployment was amazing because you couldn't work, you couldn't make any money. That'll probably never happen again, man. A lot of people abused the unemployment, trying to get 3 or 4 checks. I pay taxes, man, so I was able to get it, and that really helped me out a lot. But I don't get it. If they're giving you unemployment and you're trying to get 3 or 4 checks, even 2 checks. I knew a guy that was getting unemployment plus a loan. They'll get out a loan. I told that dude, they got to come after you, man. After this stuff evens out, they're gonna look and see that, you know, you shouldn't have got that. They're gonna want their money back. And right now they're catching a lot of people that were robbing them. They're messing up for everybody, man. If they're not happy with 1 check, they want to get 3 or 4 checks. So I think I paid my rent's $1,400. I paid like $1,100 last month. Now this month they had that government COVID relief for rent in California, but I'm trying to get that, but they want a lease, and my apartment was in Meg's name, but they were taking my rent knowing it was me for a year to 2 years. So they made me do an application. So I gotta see what happens with that. But I never tried to get, I never stopped paying rent. I was telling folks, pay your rent during the COVID, because they're gonna want their rent, but it's over with. A lot of folks are cussing out the landlords. You know, I got the unemployment, but I paid the rent with it, man. I mean, thank God they did that, because they want you to stay home, not go anywhere, you know. So I didn't get unemployment the whole time. I got it at the beginning, and then I was lucky enough to get that Netflix money. So I did not stay on unemployment, you know. But it was really good early on. Singapore Airlines A350 from Singapore. Thanks, Eric. Oh yeah, man. But when they had that thing where you didn't have to pay rent, they couldn't throw you out. People were abusing that, because they were getting the unemployment and not giving the landlord anything. The landlord would come for the rent, they would cuss them out. That was ridiculous. My landlords have been really good about it. They have not given me a 3-day notice, because I did not abuse that whole thing, you know. And believe me, I want to pay my rent. It ain't like I don't want to pay my rent, but I can't seem to do it at LAX at this point, because there's no celebrities coming in. So I actually filled that application out for the federal money for the rent, but they actually need a rental agreement, and that was in Meg's name. But they actually took my rent, knowing it was me, for a year. But I guess they want me to I filled out the application this morning, man. It was funny. I put the application, what's your last address? This address, you know. It's like, you know what I mean? And but I need to get a month-to-month agreement so I can get that federal money to pay my rent for a couple of months until this thing blows over, man. And the funny part about it, I used to be the apartment manager in Venice. I worked 15 buildings. So one of the landlords is a well-known landlord there. He's my reference. He said if I ever need him. So that's going to be cool. We'll see what happens. And by any means, I'm not trying to abuse the system at any means. think it's called COVID relief, the housing. I think it's for the federal government. They gave the city of LA all this money. And the funny part about it, you don't have to be a citizen to get it. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm not gonna panic yet. I actually filled out the application this morning and sent it in. But it's just funny, man. They want to know where I live at, that address, that apartment. So we'll see what happens. Because Meg actually got the place, man, because we were supposed to get married, me and Meg. I had a dream last night, man, that Meg was talking to me, man. It was weird. My mother said, let it go. Just stop talking about Meg, man. And it was weird too because I filled out the unemployment application and I kept checking for months. It kept saying pending, pending, pending. So I thought I didn't get it. So when I got it, I made sure I paid my rent. No, she said, come here. She was smiling at me. She said, come here, My mother says I need to let it go because I thought I saw it in the airport the other day. A lot of times the spirits, they try to get you to cross over with them. So I got to watch that. My family's very spiritual, man. So I kind of need to let it go as far as a Southwest Boeing 737 from St. Louis. Thank you, Eric. And my mother's very spiritual. She's telling me I need to let that go because a lot of times the spirits come and try to get you to join them. But it was so weird, man. She was smiling. And last night, man, Meg was a good woman, man. We got the apartment, and we're planning on getting a bigger place. Oh yeah, she wanted me to. My mother thinks she wants me to cross over and join her, because I've been seeing her, man, and a lot lately. And the dream last night was so real. She was smiling at me. It was so real, man. So my mom said, you need to let that go. Let her go. My good friend, Rick Avelius, he was a famous comedian. He was in the movie Ghost. He played Willie Lopez, man. Great comedian, man. Great comedian. He passed away. He was in Carlos Way, Cannonball Run. Just a funny guy, man. That's when I was doing shows out of Washington Square Park, New York. It was me, Charlie Barnett. Well, you never know when you're gonna go, man. Each day is like I live each day like it's my last day. Yeah. She was like really into me too, Being a bisexual male, she kept saying, Tony, are you gay? Are you gay? And I was like, I dipped and dabbed here and there. Because back in the day, I would do my show in clubs all over Studio 54, Xeno. It was sex, drugs, and rock and roll back in the day. So you always try to do different things. But she was great. She made a gay man turn straight. They say bi men are greedy. They want it all. But yeah, she got the place in her name, man. And so she died, basically. It's in her name, the place, but it went month to month. But they started taking my rent, knowing it was me. So that made me a tenant, basically. The old real estate office. They charged me like $700 for a leak that I didn't do, but blamed me that I left the water running. It was a straight out lie. But they actually gave me the money back, man. The new real estate agents. So they actually work with you, these people. They're not bad people, these people. Alaska, Boeing, 7 something. But Eric is back as the plane spotter. We had a little disagreement last week because I was in a bad mood. And he kept coming at me. I told him it's not about you, it's about me. I didn't have any money. I was trying to get money. And when you get a guy when you have no money and you're hungry, a lot of folks don't realize when you're hungry, man, it's no joke. You see people eating out of garbage cans. You know why? Because they don't want to rob anybody, and they want to basically, they're hungry. And you get hungry enough, I have not ate out of the garbage can. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when you're hungry and you have no money. I remember years ago in Venice, I was sitting in a hotel in Venice by McDonald's on Lincoln Boulevard. My rent was I think it was like $700. What was it, $240 a week? But I didn't have any money to eat, and I was ready to go in the garbage can, in the McDonald's garbage can, and get something to eat. I had weed, Weed is not good when you have no money. I'll tell you why. Because when you get the munchies, man, you're really going to be suffering. There's some dude named Roger sent me $150 last week. My mother sent me $200, so $350. So I'm able to make that stretch. My mother, of all people. And this guy Roger was amazing, man. So that actually saved me. I mean, he wants to go online and ask for money. Nobody does. Oh yeah, President's fan. He has a whole family at Terminal 2 that him and his late wife had. And today he was flying around, crowing, talking to the other bird. He looks so happy today. If you do Crow LAX, you'll see a lot of my old videos where I shot at him and his wife. I've been recording that crow for years, man. Him and his old lady. And to see him today, let's see, Particle fan. I was so happy. And I like how he gets food. He goes by the area where people sit at and smoke and have their lunch. He won't beg. He'll just sit there. And you look at him, and of course you're going to give him some of your sandwich. He's got a lot of class, that bird. Love that guy, man. He's old, bare legs, but he's still kicking. Hey, Tom Zebra. Tom Zebra in the house. The one, the man, the legend, and the myth. Love that guy. He's fighting the cause. He's fighting the battle. Yeah, Tom Zebra is the real deal, folks. If you go to his channel, because the sheriffs, man, when they came to Venice, I kept getting them doing stuff. They were doing all this stop and frisk. And I took on the sheriff in Venice, man. When they raided the Third and Rose encampment and tried to frame up my friend Gary Featherstone, they found some drugs in another tent and arrested this guy. And he had $8,000 that he won in the casino and had the receipt. They took his money, man. And the DA dropped all the charges, and he had a tough time getting his money back, man. And the sheriffs, they would come down there and try to record me in a slick way. And I say, hey man, just record me. I don't care. I'm not the kind of guy that if you want to record me, you go ahead and record me, man. I tell the sheriffs that, man. I gave my name, so look me up, man. You don't have to be sly about it. You want to record me, go ahead and record me. I don't care. But I got the sheriff doing all this stopping. They had these two black guys. They stopped, and they're on these bicycles. They cuffed them, put them in the police car, ran the serial numbers of the bicycles, and they let the guys go. But I got the whole thing on tape. The one sheriff died of COVID, but they were in Venice just harassing people, man. I guess he's trying to get the votes, that dude. Yeah, Tom, I got my lawsuit, my federal lawsuit against the Santa Monica police. I got this lawyer that saw the video and picked it up. It is now a federal lawsuit. And now we're doing, what are you doing? What's that word called? It's not deposition. What's that word they use? Man, what is that word? When they find out information, what's that word? Here, what's that? What's that thing they do before the lawsuit? What's that wording they use? Damn, I'm trying to forget. Trying to see, what is that word? It's when the side wants all this information about you. Get the word. I had to fill out my lawyer all these papers. They want to know all these questions about me. And but yeah, I had this lawyer in the beginning, and he bailed out. He told me that he couldn't do it. He didn't know how to do it. And I realized he was right, because basically you have to know this. My lawyer knows all about the First Amendment and all that crap. So he did me a favor by pulling out the original lawyer. You can always go to the link. There's a link in this video of my PayPal account, if you may. I'm not trying to beg for money. I hate asking for money on YouTube. You know, it's like last week I was like kind of desperate, so I had to do it, and I haven't done that in a long time, man. But sometimes you got to do it. Tom, what's that? When the lawyers, when the other side wants information before the lawsuit, what's that called? Damn, I can't remember that. Yeah, discovery. So we're suing the ex-police chief, the cop that attacked me with the club. We're suing all these people, man, because they violated my rights, man. They actually attacked me for filming them making an arrest. It was all white people yelling Black Lives Matter. It was a 7-hour protest in Venice with LAPD, and it was peaceful, man. So once they hit Santa Monica, they had it blocked off, and they told everybody to turn around, and they called a 2 o'clock curfew. It was 10 minutes to 2, and they made this thing up a 2 o'clock curfew. So all these people turned around. It was peaceful, and then they were making an arrest. So I started taping that. So then they attacked me they gave me a concussion, man. And it was really hard getting a lawyer, man. So this lawyer actually saw the video. Good lawyer, man. And it's federal court. And I realized my original lawyer did me a favor, because the new lawyer, there's all this wording about the First Amendment, about what they did to me. You really have to know what you're doing when you're suing the cops. And believe me, I'm not an anti-cop at all, man. You know, but you can't go around. This one cop that actually knocked me down with his club, they were on my back. I couldn't breathe. They went through my stuff. And this nasty, man. Yeah, a lot of folks were telling me, "Oh, you're faking it." I wasn't faking it, man. They were on this guy's back, and I'm taping it, and then they jumped me. I actually made Inside Edition because I was media that day. I was recruiting for this news agency, and they actually. I didn't want to use my big camera because a lot of times you use a big camera, you can get attacked by the protesters. So I was doing it on a cell phone. So they see me with the cell phone and think I'm nobody. I kept telling my media. In the video, I'm saying this the whole time. So they knocked me down with the clubs. They turned me around. That's when it hit my head. They all on my back. I couldn't breathe. I'm screaming. I'm yelling. They put those cuffs on real tight, those plastic cuffs. The one cop kept saying I smelled like piss. It was a nightmare. And I'm so happy to see those cops' names on the lawsuit because they're not going to get away with it, man. They can try to spin it all they want, but you're not going to treat me like that and think I'm going to walk away. So if you have a lawsuit against the police and you're having a hard time finding a lawyer, you can go to lawyers.com, or actually the California bar. That's how I got my lawyer now. They put it out to about 100 lawyers, and he saw the video. It's actually a big law firm, and we did discovery last week. I had a certain amount of time. It's going to go to federal court. I hope they don't settle. I hope we go to court with it, to tell you the truth. And they actually called the ambulance. We got Delta Boeing 757 from Atlanta. Thanks, Derek. Yeah, but I put the video up. A lot of folks say, "Oh, you're shamming. You're not. You're faking it." I wasn't faking it, man. And I'm actually scared to go to Santa Monica. I have a hard time sleeping, scared to go to Santa Monica. This nasty, nasty, nasty cops. It was a 7-hour protest in Venice, never had a problem with LAPD. And this video that I shot, there's no cuts in it. It's straight out this filming the cops, man. And nasty. And Tom knows I'm basically pro-cop. I don't like the bad cops, but I'm not like one of those guys. Tom Zebra is a real deal. If you go to his channel, he actually fights for justice for people, man. I'm more like a guy that's trying to find a news story. I'm not out there yelling at the cops, only if they get in my face. But Tom Zebra is the real deal. And just go to his channel and see for yourself. They actually thought that, they're being sued by Black Lives Matter, and they have a Carol Silver. She's an amazing lawyer. She sues the city all the time for different violations against the homeless, but she's actually got a class action lawsuit against Santa Monica for the curfew violations. They call this curfew at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and tried to use that as an excuse. And then when they cleared it, everybody just turned around. It was all white folks, man. They were peaceful. They just turned around and went back into Venice. So when that was over, they left. They left everybody on the street that was like shopping and stuff. So it wasn't actually a real curfew, man. And when you're media, that curfew does not apply to you. I was in downtown LA. Let's see, Tony has. Yeah, Delta Boeing 757 from Atlanta. Oh yeah, very respectful. I'm old school. Venice Beach, when I started recording the cops back in the late 80s, those cops were like in Venice. Back then it was dangerous, Venice, man. People say Venice is dangerous now, but back then it was very dangerous. And I always record the cops from a distance. I never interfered. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me get my charger in. Hold on. I was a kid, but I wasn't at Woodstock. Back then was Central Park. It was Chiefs Meadows. So I never went to Woodstock, but I worked. I was 10 years old. I would go to the park and see all the hippies back then. But no, I never was. I never was at Woodstock. Never met Jimi Hendrix. I wish I would have met him, man. Incredible person, incredible talent. But yeah, Tom Z was amazing, man. There's no words, man. He's amazing. That dude is the real deal, man. United Boeing 737 from Chicago, man. Landing next. Thanks, Eric. Never met Jimmy. I'm not gonna lie and say I met him. I think my favorite celebrity I've ever met would have to be Sly Stallone. He's really a nice person in real life. He's not stuck up. I never met Carlos Santana either, man. You know, I wish. Because in a lawsuit, you have 6 months to file a claim. So my lawyer, my original lawyer, he actually pulled out a month before the claim was supposed to be put in. And I was like really mad at this guy. I was telling him he should tell me, should have told me something, because I hate to bug my lawyer. You hate to bug your lawyer. They hate that. So I had a month to file that claim. So I made him do the claim in my name, because if you don't file the claim within 6 months, you have no lawsuit. So I got the claim in time, and then the lawyer saw the video and he said, "I'm going to take the case." So folks, never give up. If you have a case and you can't find a lawyer, just keep trying, man. There's somebody out there that will believe in you. Pirate Jet from okay. So to read the lawsuit, you know, the lawyer got it's exactly how I felt and what they did to me, man. It's just like total. It wasn't necessary, man, to get that violent with me, you know. And I was actually hired that day, basically, to record the protest. I was downtown LA recording the unrest down there, and there was no way to get back home. No cabs, no buses. So there was a all-night taco stand open. So I was getting food, because I don't drink when you're doing a protest. You don't want to drink any water because you have to go to the bathroom. So I was doing a live stream while I was getting my my water and soda, and I was arrested by LAPD. I couldn't believe it. They arrested me on a taco stand, and about 10 other people. They let me out in 2 hours. Charges were all dropped. But that was bull. I wasn't even like, I went down there to record the protest, and then I couldn't get out of there. There was no Ubers, there was no buses, there was no cabs. You were just stuck. And the cop lied to me. He told me if I just leave, I can go. They locked me. They put me in handcuffs, put it that way. But I wasn't like attacked. It was LAPD. Say Tom is the only person to ever follow up on Rafael Perez for LAPD rampant scandal, and some folks might be shocked to know the criminals literally got away with. Oh, they did. Hey, Randy, they did. When I got Stacey Clune from the Rodney King case, if you do Stacey Clune on LAX, you'll see my videos when I got him. But I also got Rafael Perez from the rampant scandal. He was driving Harvey Weinstein's daughter, and I got him at LAX a couple of times. He goes by Ray Lopez, but that video never sold. You know why? Because people were scared of Harvey Weinstein. Nasty. If you do Harvey Weinstein, Rafael Perez LAX, you'll see my video when I grilled Harvey Weinstein. But Clune is not at LX anymore. He got a DUI, so he's not driving a limo anymore. Yeah, the Clune video, man. Limo drive, LAX, man. That actually sold, I think I made $7 grand from that video, or $8 grand. A Team Z bought that exclusive when I nailed him at LAX. But the Rafael Perez sold because of Harvey Weinstein. People were scared of him, man. But I heard that Rafael Perez is not he's not a limo driver anymore, because I've been looking for him, man. I actually got a tip that he was coming to the airport with Weinstein's daughter. Southwest Boeing 737 from Austin. Thanks, Eric. But it's not easy, man, recording the cops, you know. LAX is, they've been nice to me over there now, the FBI. They know I don't play, you know. If you violate my rights, I'm gonna sue you. I don't play that game, man. Even with the bodyguards, these celebrity bodyguards, I'm gonna push you around, and I don't play that. It's like that. It ain't that serious when you're recording a celebrity and the bodyguard wants to push you and knock you out of the way. It ain't that damn serious, man. Some bodyguard told me, yeah, you're the guy that wants to sue us. I said, sue you? I said, if you don't touch me and violate my rights, how can I sue you? People say I'm sue hungry. I'm not sue hungry. If you don't, like Mike Tyson beat me up at LAX, man, 10 years ago. I was expecting that, but I wasn't going to let him get away with it. Security guard knocked the phone out of my hand while I was live streaming. I sued LAX, man. I'm not gonna let you get away with it. And the only way you're gonna get back at these people is sue them. Well, yeah, I guess the fire department in New York says Tony Vera, a legend in his own mind. You know, but yeah, Tom, I appreciate that. I just try to keep it real, man. You know, people see that I'm nice and everything, I'm respectful, but if you get in my face and attack me, it's another story. Oops, sorry. Tom Zib has sued the police. I've seen a lot of his depositions on his channel. And that's the only way where you're going to get any kind of respect is take him to court. People say, you're too hungry, just don't touch me, you know. And I can't sue you. That's what I told his bodyguards. Like, you guys want to push people in a public place in LAX and try to get away with it. Don't put your hands on me. Don't assault me. It was like that Luz Miguel bodyguard. He knocked me down from behind, and he was talking about Luz Miguel lied because after he attacked me, he ran out of the building, and then Luz Miguel said he didn't know him. And 2 weeks later, I was lucky. Luis Miguel came out, and the driver that attacked me was there, and I jammed him and got them both together. So he lied, saying he didn't know Luis Miguel. Luis Miguel didn't know him. Luis Miguel has a history of attacking photographers, man. He's being really nice now, but he was an animal, that dude. Even David Beckham's bodyguards would try to bust me around at LAX, telling me I can't do this, I can't do that on a public street or a public airport. I don't play that. I'm not suit hungry, but this don't violate my rights, and I have no lawsuit. Yeah, plane spotting keeps me sane. It really does, folks. That's why I do it. I've been plane spotting for over 3 years. I stopped for a while. I was plane spotting one night, and I found out my girlfriend Meg passed away from COVID. Yeah, Tyson was amazing because a year later, he has a show called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson on YouTube. He mentioned me. He was saying that the day he attacked me, he was coming down from cocaine, and he took it out on me. He didn't say that in the beginning, but he waited a year. That's actually on my channel. If you do Mike Tyson, Tony Vera, you'll see it on my YouTube channel. I got that clip. So every time I see Mike Tyson now, he gives me a hug and all that kind of crap. You know, we're cordial with each other. Because all Mike had to do was tell me to stop recording, I would have stopped, you know. And he decided to attack me that day, you know. You have to sue if you get attacked, you know. Oh, okay, Nick. Yeah, just Google Mike Tyson, Tony Bear, LAX. You'll see the video. But, oh yeah, he's a different guy now, man. He's just, you know, when I see him now, it's just like night and day. You know, gives me a hug. But a lot of celebrities, they have this thing where they want to attack you for recording them. But my lawyers are good. They're willing to go all the way in court with the Santa Monica police. They're being sued by Carol Silver. She's an outstanding lawyer. She's got millions of dollars from suing the city for mistreating the homeless people. I looked it up. She's suing now the Santa Monica police for the curfew violations and the stuff they got. She has a class action suit against these guys. I looked at her lawsuit and my lawsuit. The wording is like the same. So I do have good lawyers, and they're willing to go all the way with it. That's the best part about it. I want to see them explain that video in court. Explain that video. Yeah, Mike's, he realized, you know, being that tough guy, you can't be hitting people, man, you know. It was actually 3 punches. The first shot was in my forehead, and the blood was everywhere. And then 2 shots to the back of my head. I had lumps in my head I had headaches for a long time over that one. Yeah, the video, you can see the video. If you do Mike Tyson attacks paparazzi, the video's online. You can look at it. So he attacks me, hits me, takes my camera, smashes it on the ground. I pick it up. You can see the blood hitting the lens. He told his bodyguard to grab the camera. Thank God I grabbed the camera back because he would have took the tape. But I actually got arrested for that. The cops were like scumbags back then, the airport police. American Airlines A321 from New York. Thanks, Eric. So I got arrested. You know, they were trying to say I hit him first. I said, come on, really? And he was on probation. He could have went to jail for 3 years, man. So they actually dropped the case and said there was no evidence. Can you believe that? That's how corrupt the system is, man. And there's so many cameras at Terminal 7, and they were trying to say that LAX said there was no footage at all. And that was a straight out lie. There's like 30 cameras there, man. LAX hasn't always been nice to me, man. You know. I'm pretty sure they don't want me at the airport, but I've been doing it for so many years, and I follow all the rules. I don't break any rules over there, so. Headaches. A lot of headaches back then. Now I have this stuff with this. They actually gave me a concussion to send me like the police. I mean, it wasn't that damn serious. A lot of white folks yelling black, because early on in that day, it was a 7-hour protest. LAPD, there were a lot of cops, and you see me recording from behind the cops. No problem with LAPD. So it wasn't like I was protesting. I was shooting both sides. Wasn't breaking any laws. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. But it is a federal lawsuit. A lot of folks told me I wouldn't get a lawyer. A lot of folks said I was faking it. Faking what, man? But yeah, folks, check out Tom Ziva's channel. It's an amazing channel. He's a real deal. And he goes against the sheriffs almost every night. They're kind of scary, the sheriffs, man, to tell you the truth. They violate people's rights left all the time, man, and get away with it. So I'm positive, people. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to... my homie, hi Anthony. Nice to have you in here. Casper, Wyoming. So I have this new thing. Every morning I come to LAX. I stop at the new 7-Eleven that's right across the street here. And they've been open for like a month and a half. And I have my coffee. It's not officially called plane spotting, but I have my coffee for about an hour, and we do a little plane spotting. But I actually talk, and that's every time I come to LAX now. I really enjoy that. American A321 from New York. Okay. United Boeing 737 from San Francisco. Thank you, Eric. Eric is back. I got a brand new charger. I don't know what to think of this, but we'll be streaming tomorrow morning again. And sorry about the interruption. Signing off.